All right, so we're just starting the loop for Reckless Motorsports. I know the computer is off on his fuel economy. It's probably 3 to 5 miles per gallon off, so we'll see where we're at, keeping that in mind. But yeah, let's go do this loop and see what we get. All right, so we're just getting to the halfway point right now. It's showing 32 miles per gallon, which is insane, but keep in mind, the developer, the tuner, said that it is off by 3 to 5 roughly. So if it's 5, then it's 27. If it's 3, then we're 29, which is pretty damn good, if you ask me. 32 MPG is what the computer's showing. I don't think that's correct. Probably going to be under 30. It'll probably be 27, 28. We'll see what it's at though. Like I said, halfway point, and we'll see what it's at when I get back. I'm almost back. I've gone 50 miles, 50.4. I have another 7 miles roughly to go, 8 miles. I'm at 31.5 MPG, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. At least it shows pretty good. If it's 5 miles per gallon less, we'll be right around 26.5. If it's 3, then we'll be 28.5, which is really good. That'll put it at the best tune for this run. So I'm anxious to see what it says when we get back to the pump. So I'm at the light, ready to turn. It's showing 32.3 miles per gallon. Let's see what it's actually at the pump. All right, let me make it a little wider here for you. Select some diesel. Stupid hose is all wound up. All right. Let's see where we're at. I'll wait. Okay, I'm gonna wait 30 seconds and go again. All right, 30 seconds right now. All right, that looks pretty impressive. Let me do the numbers and I will post a screenshot of my fuelie. 1.990 gallons. All right, I am here at the pump filling up. I'm about to do the run with the MRTuning from Canada, but I'm not allowed to say the name anymore. I'll probably just say the name anyway. But anyway, I did Reckless Tuning last time, and now I'm doing Canadian Tune, and I'm just filling up right now. I'll fill up when it clicks. I wait 30 seconds, and then I'll top off. Okay, I will wait 30 seconds and top off again. All right, there's 30 seconds. And this one doesn't matter because it's just for my own records. It's not an MPG loop, it was just driving. Okay, let's go get started. All right, I just reset everything and we're pulling out, getting ready to go on this loop. I like to go about 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, especially when it's busy, which it is right now. So we will do that. You can see the check engine light is on right now. It's because I have my automatic shutters, grill shutters removed, and I did not want to modify this tune at all. I didn't want to be accused of changing something or something stupid, already being threatened enough by him, so I'm not modifying it. I'm not going to go and disable that DTC because I don't want to touch this. It's gonna be on the ECM as I got it. I've been able to verify that it is in fact MRTuning's tune, the 60 horsepower tune. I verified that from a friend who purchased a tune from them, and the files match. So I know for a fact that it is MRTuning on this ECM, and I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not even gonna turn off a check engine light because I don't want to be accused of modifying it. All right, here is, we're about halfway to the halfway point. So a quarter of the way in on the total run here. We're showing 26.4 MPG, 52 mile per hour average. I have it set at 55 right now. And then gone 14.7 miles. So that's where we're at right now. I will keep you updated and let you know how things go. It's doing pretty good. It's right on par, I would say, with SFT and pretty close to GDE as well. I think GDE may have been a little bit better, but GDE really focuses on fuel economy, so that's not surprising. But anyway, it's doing good so far. Drivability wise, it's okay, but that's for other videos. This is for fuel economy. I can go into the details on those, but I just did a live video kind of talking about the threats I've received from this tuner, and just wanted to put that out there before I posted any comparisons. I'm doing my best to make this fair. I'm doing the same thing I did with other ones. In the corners, I'm coasting down to 5 miles an hour above the recommended speed limit, which is what I've done with every tune. We're now showing 27.1 because we just came down a grade there. And then up here is where it'll jump to about 70 miles an hour. So that usually is the hardest for all the tunes. So, all right, I will keep you updated. Thanks for watching. Just about halfway, coming up on the stop sign where we turn around. 27.8 miles right now. It'll be about 29 miles total after we turn around. 23.9 miles per gallon. Not the best. We did have the slight headwind, but it's not super strong, and we'll have a slight tailwind on the way back, so I'm curious to see where we end up. But just about ready to turn around. All right, so we're getting close to the gas station again. We're at 25.2 MPG. Average speed is 56 miles an hour, which is about average all of them. It varies between 53 and 56 on this as far as the average goes. The speed varies from 35 up to 65. So it's a great MPG loop. I will get better fuel economy on this loop than most people get during daily driving because I chose one that would be unobstructed by traffic as much as possible, because I didn't want the results to be obscured by traffic. And that's why I see such good fuel economy on this, is because I can do the run, set cruise control, and get good solid results without the interference of traffic to a certain point. I mean, right here you can see this van just pulled out in front of me, and they're not going to be going fast enough, so that'll help this tune. Yay, MTuner, whatever. Yeah, I can't say your name. Anyway, so I'll get back to the gas station. We'll fill up till it clicks, then wait 30 seconds and top off. All right, just got to the gas station. Let's see if we can get this on there. Not too shabby. We'll wait 30 seconds and top off. This might do pretty good on this run. Sorry for the wind noise again. Okay. Alright, let's go calculate that. 2.109. Alright, let's see if you can see this. Maybe not. There we go. So 27.027, so 27 miles per gallon on that. That's actually pretty good. It's not quite as good as the last one, but it's as good or better than SFT, and pretty on par to GDE, so that's pretty good. Thanks for watching. I will do more of these comparisons. I decided to combine reckless tuning with the M-Word tuner from Canada. And there's the results for you. Thanks for watching. The next comparison will be SFT and then GDE, so stay tuned for those. All right, I'm getting ready to do the run with SFT. I have winter tires on right now, so I need to make it fair for everybody. So SFT and GDE will both be ran again with these winter tires. And then, yeah, I'll put everything together. I was just gonna do part 1, MRTuning versus reckless motorsports, but I decided to put everything all in one. So you'll have 4 different tunes in each comparison. So this is, again, the MPG comparison, the MPG loop. And yeah, I'll get that done with SFT now. And then tomorrow I'll do GDE, and then I'll compile everything and get the video up for you guys. Right now I'm just filling up. I wait till it stops, and then 30 seconds later I top off. And that's what I've done for all the tests. That's what TFL Trucks does, and they've been doing that for years, and they've found it to be the most accurate. There we go. I wait 30 seconds now. We'll go ahead and top off. halfway, a little more halfway there, 10 more seconds. This doesn't matter because this is just my tank before the run, but I got to do it right. All right, there we go. Okay, all right, let's go get started with SFT. Okay, so we are 6.6 miles into it. 24.8 MPG is what it's showing. Going right at 55, which is 5 above the speed limit. 24.4 right now, but we just went up a hill. I'm sure it'll go back up here shortly. We're about a quarter of the way done, or halfway done with the first trip down. So 26.4 MPG, about a quarter of the way in after 15 miles. I've been watching on all the tunes. I really should be recording it, but I've been watching the timing that it's pulling and the engine load and all that stuff, because the more timing it has during cruise, the better fuel economy it generally has. And that's because the earlier the timing injection is, that's 1.8 degrees above top dead center. The further that is before the piston hits the top and starts going back down, the more fuel gets burned and used. The reason why is because when it starts going back down, it gets shot back down. When it pushes back up, all that goes back out the exhaust, and so it doesn't get a chance to burn completely if you're injecting fuel past top dead center. The most efficient engines inject the fuel before top dead center. They have more aggressive timing. That also provides a little bit more power because you're compressing the explosion essentially. It provides a little bit more power. So I've been watching the injection timing on all the tunes as I drive to see where it's at during cruising. And during cruising, by far Reckless Motorsports tune has the most aggressive timing, followed by GDE, and GDE doesn't have the most aggressive timing there. MRTuning has a little bit more timing than SFT, and SFT is just straight stock as far as timing during cruising. And when I say MRT has a little more timing, they have like 0.3 degrees timing, which is very small, but it does help just a little bit for fuel economy during that. And of course, there's a lot of other factors that take place. There's fuel quantity being injected, the injector duty cycle, that's how long the fuel is being injected. So there's a lot that go into that that can affect that, but the timing will tell me how far ahead of the top dead center on the rotation of the piston the injection is going. And the further ahead that is, the cleaner the combustion will be as far as being able to utilize and burn all of the fuel before it's pushed out the exhaust. I know Reckless does quite a bit of timing, much more than the other tunes there. And that's probably why I've seen a little bit better fuel economy with his than these other tunes. But anyway, back at it. Sorry for the little rant there. Hopefully you learned something from that. If you have any questions, post them below. Let's continue with this run. We're at 18 miles, showing 26.5. We're speeding up here now, so this will be the hardest part of the run, and we'll see how it does. All right, we're just coming up to the halfway point where I turn around at the stop sign down here. It's showing 24.8 MPG after the fast section. And we'll coast to a stop here like I do every tune I run. Taking screenshots of my calibration here, or of the gauges here, RPM and the engine load and the timing and the fuel injection. That'll show me exactly where on the tune I'm running at, and so I can verify what settings are in place on the tune. I'm going to just use that to cross-reference the tune calibration. Here's where I flip around. 24.9 miles per gallon right now. Just flipping around here. Try to make it so I don't waste any fuel turning around. But yeah, halfway point, 24.9 MPG. Let's keep going, see where we end up. So we're just about back. We're at the 55.2 mile mark. 25.6 MPG is what it's showing on the lightometer. MRTuning was also showing lower, so I'm curious to see what SFT shows when I get back to the pump. So we'll check that out here in a few minutes, and I'll show you what it ends up being. Okay, we are back at the pump. All right. See how accurate that gauge is. 25.8 when I pulled in, 25.7 when I did the last little section. Okay, wait 30 seconds. We'll see where it's at. And 10 more seconds. All right. 2.10. 2.210. All right, let's go add that up. 2.210. Let's save that. Let's go check it out. See what we got. There you go. 26.2. So 26 and a quarter. Not too bad. Just over 26. That's about what I got last time on SFT. So I like it. A little bit behind MRTuning and about 3 MPG behind Reckless Motorsports. So I'm getting ready to do the GDE hot tune with off-road option. This isn't an exactly fair comparison with the other tests I'm doing, but the MPG test it is. I'm just topping off, we'll wait 30 seconds, but just getting ready for the run. If you saw the other parts of this video, I'm sure you watched up to now. Part 3 or part 4 is GDE, part 3 was SFT, part 2 was MRTuning, or the M tuner from Canada, because I'm not supposed to say their name, and then part 1 was Reckless Tuning, Reckless Motorsports USA out of Texas. It was the first test for their tune. So anyway, sorry the light's awful. You probably have a little bit of wind noise. It's a little windy again today, so tailwind on the way, so we should get really good fuel economy on the way, and then it'll drop on the way back, but it should equal out pretty good. All right, let's get going and yeah, see how GDE does on this run. I've done it a couple times before, but I'm doing all of them again because I have snow tires, and I just want to make sure everything's fair. So 4 tunes, let's get going, and we're done here. All right, here's a little past halfway update here. 17 miles, 27.8 miles per gallon. We just hit the fastest part, so we're going 70. So far, GDE is doing well. I expected it to do decent on this run though, because it is a very efficient tune. It's refined, it's smooth, it feels good. I've always enjoyed driving with GDE. It does lack a little bit of power in a few areas, especially compared to the other tunes, but you can tell it's a refined tune. It may not be the most powerful, but it works good, especially over stock. It is a great option for just your regular driver that just wants a good, reliable truck. GDE is definitely a good option. But anyway, we are cruising. I have been keeping track of if it'll even focus on this thing. Not really. We're at negative 0.4 fuel injection timing. That's about 1 degree more advanced than SFT and MRTuning was at the same spot. That will result in a little bit better fuel economy. So yeah, let's see where we're at the halfway point. I'll update you and we'll go from there. All right, we're just getting to the 4-way stop down here. It's showing 27.9 MPG. Let's go through here, come down here and flip around like we do with all of them. I try not to do anything excessive with the throttle while I'm turning around, just to keep it as fair as possible. Don't want to waste any fuel. Anyway, yeah, 27.8 now, so we lost a little bit there with the low speeds, but it should pick back up. We are going to be heading into the wind now. It's not super bad, but can't see those flags up there. I don't know, maybe you can. They are blowing a little bit, but it's not super bad right now. So fairly similar to when I did the couple of the other runs. They had a little bit of wind. So anyway, halfway point. I will talk to you when we get back to the pump. All right, I'm just getting back to the pump. That headwind really destroyed the fuel economy, at least on this EVIC here. Showing 23.1, which is pretty bad. But it also got almost to 30 on the way down. All right. Let's see how we did here. I don't ever trust the vehicle display. All right, not too bad there. We'll wait 30 seconds. All right, there we go, 30 seconds. Let's see where we're at. Not too bad. Let's go calculate that. 2.084 gallons. So we're at 2084, 27.8 0.351, so just a little bit better than MRTuning. About 1.8 MPG below Reckless though. So Reckless still is the leader, followed by GDE with a close third. MRTuning, and SFT is the final one there at 20, just over 26. So thank you for watching this comparison today. I hope you enjoyed it. For those of you that watched all the way through it, I really appreciate that. For those that just skipped to the end, the results were Reckless Tuning was top at just over 29 miles per gallon, followed by GDE at just over 27, about 27 and a third miles per gallon. MRTuning was right at 27 miles per gallon, and then SFT was 26 miles per gallon. And if you pay attention to the video, during part of it I talk about the differences in injection timing, and you notice I'm watching the injection timing as I'm cruising during the comparisons. And the reason I'm watching the injection timing is because that tells you when the fuel is being injected, and the earlier that fuel is injected, the more chance it has to burn before it's pushed out the exhaust and wasted. And Reckless Motorsports is the only tune that has aggressive timing during the cruise. None of the other ones really made much difference there. GDE made a little bit more than MRTuning, and MRTuning did a little bit more than SFT. SFT was 100% stock as far as your cruise timings go, so very little improvement over stock fuel economy there. They did make improvements in other areas to help save a little bit of fuel economy, but as far as cruising goes, there was no timing adjustments there. So the fuel actually some of it was being injected after top dead center, which means it's not going to get fully burned and you're going to waste a little bit of fuel. MRTuning, about the same. They're a little bit more aggressive, but not much, like 0.3 degrees more, which really is, they might have a teeny bit better fuel economy when cruising, and maybe that was worth 1 miles per gallon. GDE has a little bit better than that. It ranges a little bit. I think GDE's most aggressive timing is when you're towing. If you look at the maps, it's not really in the spot for cruising without a trailer, but with a trailer, I think they did a little bit more aggressive timing for towing. But Reckless Motorsports, all the way through that RPM range, had advanced timing there, which will definitely help your fuel economy. And that's why I saw 29 miles per gallon with that, which is the best I've had out of all the tunes I've tested on this loop. And that's why, I mean, 2 miles per gallon more than the other tunes is pretty significant. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions or comments or requests, post those below. Hit the like button. Stay tuned for the 0 to 60 and quarter mile runs. I will be doing that in the next comparison.